Let's be real. Have you ever felt so overwhelmed by modern life that you just wished you could, I don't know, find a door to a simpler, more peaceful time? Well, today we're diving into Jack Finney's classic story, The Third Level, which explores exactly that. It asks a pretty wild question. What if you actually found a way to do it?
Right out of the gate, our narrator, a guy named Charlie, makes this bold, almost crazy claim about New York's Grand Central Station. I mean, the authorities, the timetables, everyone will tell you there are two levels. But Charlie? He insists there's a third. And right there, that's the mystery we're about to jump into.
So who is this man, Charlie? And why on earth is he making a claim like this? At first, it seems like the answer isn't in the train station at all. But maybe somewhere inside his own head.
So when Charlie tells his psychiatrist friend about this third level, the diagnosis is, well, it's quick. The idea is that the modern world, with all its insecurity, fear, war, and worry, it's basically a pressure cooker. The psychiatrist says Charlie is just unhappy, and his mind has cooked up the third level as a temporary refuge from reality. Even his stamp collecting hobby gets written off as just another form of escapism.
The psychiatrist even gives this whole thing a fancy official-sounding name, waking dream wish fulfillment. It's this idea that your deepest desires can just sort of bubble up and create a fantasy that feels completely, 100% real, even when you're wide awake. It's a nice, neat scientific explanation for a totally bizarre experience.
But Charlie, he's not buying it. He doesn't think it was all in his head. He remembers exactly how he found it. So let's follow him on his journey deep into the maze that is Grand Central.
Now, here's what's so important to get about Charlie. He isn't some kind of wild eccentric. He sees himself as a totally ordinary guy. 31 years old, wears a regular suit and a straw hat, just trying to get home to his wife, Louisa. He's you. He's me. Which is what makes what happens next so incredible.
The way Charlie sees the station is everything here. To him, it's not some static building. It's more like a living, breathing thing. A giant tree constantly pushing out new, secret passages like roots. This amazing metaphor really sets the stage, right? It suggests that in a place this big and confusing, literally anything could be possible.
So one night he's in a hurry and he ducks into this arched doorway to take a shortcut and gets completely lost. He ends up in this weird corridor, angling left and slanting down, and the only sound is his own footsteps. It's quiet, empty, it feels wrong. Until, that is, he hears the faint sound of people talking up ahead. He follows that sound, goes down a short flight of stairs, and then he comes out somewhere else, somewhere old. He's made it. He's on the third level, and the little details are what make it feel so incredibly real.
And the details are just so vivid. The room is smaller, with fewer ticket windows. It's lit by these flickering open-flame gaslights. There are brass spittoons on the floor. Men have these big handlebar mustaches, and women are wearing old-fashioned dresses. Even the train on the tracks is an old-timey locomotive with a funnel-shaped stack. Every single thing he sees and hears is screaming that he is not in the 20th century anymore.
And then he sees it, the final undeniable proof. A newsboy is selling a paper called The World, a paper that hadn't been published for years. He snags a copy and looks at the date on the front page. June 11th, 1894. It's real. He's actually traveled through time.
In that instant, he knows exactly what to do. He wants 2 tickets to Galesburg, Illinois. See, for Charlie, Galesburg in 1894 it's the dream. It's everything his modern world isn't. A peaceful place with huge front lawns, long summer evenings. A quiet world, long before the 2 world wars. It is the ultimate escape.
But his dream just gets completely shattered. He goes to pay, and the ticket clerk looks at his modern money and thinks he's a con artist trying to cheat him. The clerk threatens to call the cops, and Charlie panics. He turns and runs, leaving that peaceful world behind.
And just like that, he's back in his own time. He tries over and over again to find that corridor, but it's gone. His wife gets worried, so he eventually stops looking. It seems like the third level is lost for good, until they get proof from a place they never would have expected.
This is where the mystery gets a whole new layer. Charlie's friend, Sam Weiner, suddenly vanishes. And Sam was always a city boy, but he was fascinated, totally obsessed with Charlie's stories about idyllic Galesburg. Charlie starts to get a little suspicious about where his friend might have ended up.
Okay, so the proof all comes down to a piece of stamp collecting lingo, a first-day cover.
Here's what it is. When a new stamp is issued, collectors will buy it, put it on an envelope, and mail it to themselves on that very first day. The postmark is the key. It becomes a perfect historical record of a specific date and place.
So one night, Charlie's going through his grandfather's old stamp collection, and he finds this first-day cover that shouldn't exist. It was mailed to his grandfather in Galesburg, and the postmark is July 18, 1894. He opens it up, and inside, there's a letter. It's from Sam. He found the third level. He says he's been in 1894 for 2 weeks, and he's happy. And he's begging Charlie and Louisa to keep looking for it.
I mean, this letter is it. This is the solid proof they needed. Sam actually did it. He escaped. But the story has one final, absolutely brilliant twist that makes you question the very nature of this whole escape.
Charlie finds out that Sam had bought a whole bunch of old-style currency before he disappeared, enough to set himself up with a business in 1894. He couldn't go back to his old business, of course. And what was his old business? The story's final line just drops a bomb. Sam was a psychiatrist, the man of science, the one who called it all waking dream wish fulfillment, abandoned reality, and chose to live in the fantasy himself.
So that leaves us with the big ultimate question, doesn't it? Was the third level a real portal through time, or was it a shared delusion, a powerful fantasy that one unhappy man created and another embraced? The story never tells you. It just leaves you asking, when the modern world becomes just too much to bear, does it really matter if the escape is real, as long as you believe it is?